Hello YouTube, this is Ty376 and welcome back to yet another edition of Stories from the Friendzone, the segment where we go to the Friendzone subreddit. Why is there one? I don't know. Actually, I do know. It's because I need a place to be in my life. I need a hole to fill, a role to fill, and I am a mole that needs its hill, and the friend zone is it. I'm here to save these kids. I'm the only one that can. I'm sorry it's been a minute, but I'm back, and we are going to enjoy being in the friend zone together. The first one, the first post that I'm going to bring you, I had to do a little bit of homework on. I would just like to add at this point, I mean, all of these posts are fucking downvoted to oblivion. There's no readers on this subreddit that actually wants to deal with the content of the subreddit. The only posts that have any kind of positive reaction going on are the ones that say the friend zone isn't real, blah, blah, blah. You know, you guys are assholes. You guys think you're nice guys, but you're being dicks and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to read our first post. The cake is a lie. The friend zone is a new thing. Your parents won't know what it is, and neither will your grandparents. They just called it getting rejected. There is no scientific evidence backing the existence of it. It's something we made up, and without evidence, there's no way of knowing, and the less you know, the more you believe. Please, point me in the direction of the statistical data behind the friend zone. Well, I mean, if you word it like that, it's a fucking challenge. I mean, dude. So what I did after reading this post initially is I searched for the etymology of the friend zone. Where did it come from? Why is it such a popular thing now? So I went to the friend zone Wikipedia page. Yes, there's a Wikipedia page. It's there, which basically confirms the legitimacy of the friend zone, right? I mean, if there is something in the world and that thing has a Wikipedia page, that means that thing is real. Obviously, right? Now, I don't expect you to be reading through this whole thing. I want to point out some things that I took away from the Wikipedia article that are very important and I think will help people understand what people are talking about when they're talking about getting friend zoned by the girl that they like, when they're constantly trying to appease her, blah, blah, blah. I just want to give you some things that'll put it in perspective, because obviously the friend zone is not a real fucking place. It is not a place that you can go on Earth. It is not somewhere where you can be put by any person. It is more of an emotional state that most likely the guy puts himself in because he can't come to terms with the fact that he got rejected by the girl of his dreams or whatever, or more often than not, just the idea of a person that is inhabited in his mind by the image of this girl. The friend zone is not the woman's problem. It is her job to reject the guy if he's not up to her standards. If there is a romantic mismatch there, if you guys don't have the same interests. There is a place. I don't know where the fuck this is. I thought it was on the Wikipedia page, but it's somewhere else, and I probably fucking closed it. But there was a page that I saw, and I'll put it in the description or whatever. There was a bunch of studies that were done where women were put in a room. Obviously, they were given a choice between a nice version of a guy and basically a douche version of a guy. And there were multiple types of these kinds of studies. Sometimes they were shown pictures. Most of the time, they were just explained what kind of personalities both people would have. And, of course, the nice guy's qualities were, he was charitable. He cared about others. He's an entertainer of sorts. He makes people happy, that kind of thing. And for the douche guy, it's like, he only cares about himself. He's out to please himself, right? Maybe he's a dick sometimes because maybe someone happens to be his dick to him. I don't know. After explaining the qualities of some of these guys, the majority of the women would choose the nice version of the guy. Now, why is this? I'm going to bet that in these studies, they weren't giving them the negative aspects of the nice guy. He's clingy. He's constantly demanding attention. He's worried where you're at or what you're doing, even though it's no business of his because you're a fucking person and you can take care of yourself. Now, obviously, the girls wanted to choose the fucking nice guy because everybody wants to be around someone who's cool, someone who's charitable. Maybe they throw their money around a little bit. Maybe they're just trying to, help people out. Obviously, people want to be around that type of person, but they don't want to be around a needy fuck. So that's as far as my notes go for that shit. Apparently, I should throw that shit away because I wrote those like 5 days ago. I don't know what I was thinking. The other important thing that I wanted to address here, because let's just stay on the topic of we're doing fucking shitty teenager stories. You say that your parents won't know what the friend zone is. Just to let you guys know, apparently the term friend zone was coined in 1994 on the Friends television show. You can look it up on YouTube. It says it there in the Wikipedia page. So there's a possibility if your parents were born in the 60s or around there, maybe the 70s, and they watched the show Friends, and you're around 15, 16 years old, there's a possibility that your parents know what the friend zone is. It's not something you made up. You used the fucking cake is a lie Portal fucking reference. So, if you're not my age, you might be younger than me. Maybe you were a child when you played Portal. Who knows? So I know that you're in that realm of person who would think that they invented the term friend zone when they actually didn't. It was the 90s kids. Hello. So yeah, don't try to claim ownership of something when you were like basically fucking born in 1994. I mean, I was 4 years old, but still, bro, I still have that street cred. Alright, we're gonna lighten the mood up. I'm almost out. Hopefully. Advice on date? So I've known this girl for 4 years. I really do like her, but she always got into toxic relationships, and I'd try back in high school, but I gave up and accepted being her friend because I liked her company. I graduated college, and she's still in college now. I recently got out of a relationship, and so did she, and she told me that if we were both single, that she'd give me a shot, because, quote, I, of all people, deserve it, end quote. So now I'm thinking of what to ask her out to. We go to lunch, dinner, and movies already, so I need something different. Something that'll make her want to really give this dating thing a shot. I live in LA. Do you guys have any ideas? Money limit is $300. Oh, dude, no. Do nothing. Do nothing. Stop what you're doing right now. Take the money that you have, hold it in your hand, and just look at it. And think about anything else. Think about what you could be doing with that money that is not involving this girl and taking her out on whatever bullshit that she wants to do. Think about it. What's the one thing that you could do with all that money? Say it's more than $300, like $300 plus the cash in your wallet. No, don't. You of all people deserve this? After what? After being dicked by like everybody else? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? And you're about to blow $300 on what? The Space Needle? And the fucking Ferris wheel? Come on, bro. What are you about to do that's $300 that's really gonna give this dating thing a shot? Short of a goddamn ring. Seriously. Look, you take her out to lunch, dinner, and movies already, so you've been spending how much fucking money on this girl? Why would you need to... What would another $300 be to her? It would be, he continues to be my lapdog. I should probably keep him around because he's, going to spend all his fucking money on me, no matter if it's shit that I need or don't need, or my food, or transportation, or gas for my own transportation, or anything. Really? You're gonna give her all your money at a chance for dating her? Come on, bro. That's like buying a chance to buy a Super Bowl ticket. To get a Super Bowl ticket, you have to buy a lottery ticket, essentially. That is what you are doing here. Because she'd give you a shot. I mean, sure. You've been around this fucking long. You listen to her talking about all her guy friends or, douchebag boyfriends or whatever, and you're still around. Because why? Because you're willing to blow $300 on this girl. So why not give him a shot? He's gonna blow another $300 on me. Why the fuck not? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, dude. Get the fuck out. Now, I'm gonna back up a little bit. You were in a relationship both of you were in a relationship. Maybe I'm taking all of this out of context. I don't know this person, right? So maybe you were in a relationship for a while, and then she was in a relationship for a while, and maybe there was never a moment where you guys were both single, so you actually had to try. I don't know. So that could totally be possible. Now, in that case, do not spend that $300. Do not pass go. Do not spend that $300. Just wait a minute. Yes, go out with her. Do something with her. The next line is, we go to lunch, dinner, and movies already. Come on, dude. I mean, yeah, ask her out. I mean, try to fuck her. What are you doing at this point? You guys are already dating. You're out of college, so you gotta be around 24, 22 maybe. So what's the deal? Make the shit happen. Don't bust the $300 for it, though, because you've probably already paid $300 on all movies and bullshit. Do I have any ideas? Part of me wants to say go the complete opposite direction and say, like, take a walk in the park. You know what? This girl's cool enough. She's, maybe she'll date you. She should be cool enough to chill with you at a park bench. And that's when, you pop the question or whatever. Like, I mean, I'm really tripping up over this, dude. Something that'll make her want to really give this dating thing a shot. We go to lunch, dinner, and movies already. I recently got out of a relationship, and so did she. We go to lunch, dinner, and movies already. Something that'll make her want to really give this dating thing a shot. It's already fucking happening. You're just not fucking her. I don't know what else you have to do. Don't fucking take her to the moon with this shit. Because you could be spending that $300 and she could shoot you down. Oh, I'm just not really feeling it. I recently got out of a relationship and I'm still like my feelings, blah, blah, blah. Come on, dude. You're really gonna bust $300 on that fucking lottery ticket? Now, if you can make it happen, if this thing is going to work between you guys, it's gonna happen without fucking $300. Because that's the way that a relationship should fucking be. I'll just leave it at that. New low? So my crush, M, got broken up with by her boyfriend and asked if it would be okay if she spent the night at my place. Jackpot, I thought. After some YouTube, I asked about sleeping arrangements, and she says, quote, "We can just sleep in your bed together since we are such good platonic friends and I know you won't try anything." End quote. Square. What's the square there for? Did you write this like you're writing an article in a newspaper? And the square denotes that you're done with whatever topic that you're fucking trying to talk about? I mean... because you are, right? You are such good platonic friends, and I know you won't try anything. I mean, you're deep, bro. I don't even know what I can say. I mean... What I want to do right now is I want everybody to be feeling this feeling that this guy's feeling right now. Imagine that, this girl that you've been, you guys have been friends, you know each other for probably a year or whatever. And she's cute and always hanging out. You've hung out, you don't know how it's happened, but you've always been hanging out since you've since you've known this girl. But she's, got this boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. So you figure, we'll just keep hanging out. I like hanging out with her. So why not just keep hanging out? And, she breaks up with her boyfriend or whatever because he didn't reply to her text message because they were too inane. And she goes to you, because you guys always hang out. And now you probably help her with her problems because you're such a good friend at this point. And she comes over and she's, after some YouTube, after listening to some Thai 37.6 Friendzone stories, you guys are getting into the same bed, and she says, "We can just sleep in your bed together since we are such good platonic friends, and I know you won't try anything." And there's like a little mouse that comes out of your voice box. You're like, and you like curl into a ball, and you just are in the fetal position, but you're like turned away from each other because you're such good platonic friends that you guys are sleeping faced away from each other, because you're not going to try anything. So you're facing away from her, and you're like in the fetal position, and you're like just kind of holding yourself close and feeling like the worst pain in the world because you're such good platonic friends, and you won't try anything. I don't know where to begin. I don't even know what to fucking say. I'm gonna start with this. Try not to focus so much on this girl. Try to take your attention elsewhere. There is things in your life that you have to be paying attention to. Your other friends, your relationship with your parents or your siblings, whether you're keeping yourself clean, staying active, making sure you're eating the right foods, and making sure you're doing well in school so you don't end up like a fucking dumbass. And there's way too much attention being focused on this one girl in your life that is such good platonic friends with you that you won't try anything. You have to divert your attention elsewhere. You have to be paying attention to other shit in your life. Because if you continue to focus on this person, you will always be feeling that horrible feeling of being in your shell, sleeping in the same bed together because you're such good platonic friends and you won't try anything? Don't you hate being that guy that is such good platonic friends that you won't try anything? How do you break that? I'm just going to start with this one. Try as hard as you can to stop paying attention to this girl. Because from here on out, she's going to be talking about her fucking breakup with her boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. And you're such good platonic friends, you're not going to try anything with her. And she's just going to go off with some other dude because you're such good platonic friends and you won't try anything. And it's just going to hurt more, and it's just going to cause more pain, and it's going to keep your attention away from the other important shit in your life, like I said. So, please start there. The one I missed my chance with. So last Sunday, I caught up with an old friend of mine who I haven't seen in 4+ years. I'm a senior in college now, and she's a year out of school as well. She's always been the one that got away from me. Little history, back in high school, I had a major crush on her, and the day I was going to ask her out, she got asked out by another guy on the train to school. So I basically spent the next couple of years having to watch her date this guy, and in the meantime, I got pretty heavily friend-zoned. Anyway, in college, we haven't really seen each other. She dated this one guy for around 2+ years, and they broke up in mid-January because he told her he wasn't ready to settle down. Shortly after they broke up, we started talking on FB, and she suggested that we needed to see each other again and asked when we could hang out, which brings us to last Sunday. So Sunday, I drove up to see her, and we went out to dinner and a comedy show. At the show, the comedians gave us a bunch of shit when we said we were just friends. They made a lot of jokes about us getting together and stuff. We had a lot of fun and had tons to talk about at the end of the night. She suggested I come over this weekend and we have a movie marathon because her parents wouldn't be home and we would just spend the afternoon together. Help me out, guys. I don't want to lose my chance with this girl a second time. Not asking her out soon enough all those years ago is one of my biggest regrets. I'm tempted to just ask her where she sees these dates of ours going. I feel like I just need to make it clear that being her friend is just too painful for me. Happy to hear any questions you have. Okay, same answer. Do nothing. Do nothing. Stop what you're doing. Do not overthink this. Dude, you are on the train of the future. Of the future you. You could be on that train 4+ years ago, or however fucking long it was, back in high school, on the train, and you could be looking at yourself and saying, see, you are going to fuck that girl. All I had to do was not fuck up. So fortunately, you are on that train right now that is basically going to lead you. She is actually the engineer of the train. She's actually the one leading the train into her tunnel. All you have to do is not bring up whatever you just fucking said. I want to talk about where these dates are going. Being just her friend is just too painful for me. Dude, you got nothing to worry about. She doesn't have a boyfriend anymore, right? You don't have a girlfriend. You did an awesome thing by taking her to a fucking comedy club, and fortunately they made jokes about you being in a relationship and blah, blah, blah. So that, I'm sure, built up a lot of attraction for you guys. And now she's inviting you over to her house. Her parents are going to be gone. Movie marathon. Bro, you are gold. You are gold. There is nothing that you should be worried about here. Now, why don't you bring up any of this? Where are these dates going? It's painful being your friend, blah, blah, blah. Is because you're headed there. That's where you're going. She is inviting you to that place, right? You don't have to know where it's going. You just have to be there along for the ride and even guide the ride. Make sure that it fucking happens. You get to her place. We're going to start a movie. You get halfway through it. You get, a half hour through it and you put your hand on her thigh. Or maybe you put your hand around her. Or maybe start making little jokes or something like that. You know, who knows? But don't ruin the moment by saying something like, oh, where are these dates going? And it's painful to be friends. It's because you guys aren't going to be friends anymore. You guys are going to be more than friends. And she probably wants that shit to happen. If I'm wrong, you can get mad. You can get mad, bro, if that doesn't happen. But what I'm telling you is to just keep your cool. You know, go through a little bit of a movie. You could just spend the afternoon together. Like she says, parents aren't going to be home. Bro, it's fucking oral city for you. Don't bring up the other guy. Don't bring up the bad breakup, whatever. Just, you know, maybe at some point. Now, this is the thing. If it gets to a point in the night where, you know, say it's not happening, you're 3 movies deep into this movie marathon, which I pray to God, I hope that doesn't happen for you. That would be horrible. But, you know, if it's getting a little long in the tooth and the afternoon is, you know, winding down or something like that and nothing's really going on, yeah, you're going to have to, you know, say something. You're going to have to say, look, I want to be your boyfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. You bring it up, make it as blatant as possible, because that's what she's doing for you. I think just by reading it is that she's trying to make it as blatant as possible for you to make that move. So you gotta make that shit happen. Don't bring it up as if you've been friend zoned the whole time. Don't bring it up as if, you know, you're a victim in the whole thing. Just treat the night as if it's a very intimate date, and then, like I said, try to make it happen organically. If not, then say something. Just, you know, put it out there. Yeah, I like you, whatever. Let's date. You know, let's make out. Say that shit. Fuck, how fucking old are you? You could probably get away with just saying, hey, let's make out. You could probably fucking do it. Well, guys, to be honest, this episode has been a fucking botch job. It's fucking late. I'm tired, but it's been fun, and we'll see you later.